Good morning, everybody. Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for this Thursday, July 26th. Spectacular type of trade going on here the past couple of days, continuing in the overnight session. We continue to follow through to the upside in here. Some of the markets even gapping higher in the overnight trade. We got wheat prices up roughly around 10 cents. We've got the corn up 5. We got the bean market up 15 cents. The meal market up $6, and the soybean oil up around 25 points. Late in the day, yesterday afternoon, it came on out that Trump says the EU will start buying U.S. beans almost immediately. So there's been some progress, not so much with China. It still seems like we're anti-friendly with them, but we are making some progress now with the EU. And that type of commentary kind of permeated the marketplace last night to give us those gap higher openings on the heels of ideas that the trade war with Europe is kind of coming to an end. So continue to monitor that, as well as what's going on with China, as well as what's going on with NAFTA. So we continue to have that permeating the marketplace, both on the plus side and on the negative side. So once again, it wasn't China, it was the EU last night that saw some progress. So that started the trade-off with the gap higher openings last night, and they also came on out with the second day of the spring wheat crop tour in the Dakotas, and for the second day in a row, the scouts were finding that the yield averages were coming in below average, even though they were stronger than a year ago, but last year we had a drought. So we're kind of running behind as far as yield potential goes for the spring wheat, as far as scouts are coming out with, and thus once again giving the wheat market a little bit of a boost in here as well. So it was interesting to read that the China state planners are discussing at a meeting with top feed makers on Wednesday ways to reduce protein levels and find alternative ingredients in animal meal. So once again, our meal market, which has been kind of the only one that the trade hasn't really been getting out of their net long positions, we're finding out that the Chinese right now are still playing hardball as far as the trade wars go. So like I said, we'll continue to monitor that. Yesterday was a strong up day in the open interest in the soft red winter wheat. We think they had a small net long position, so they were adding to it. And then we were also surmising that they had a modest net short position in the corn and the beans, and the open interest went down in both the corn and the beans yesterday with the up days that we saw. So the suggestion there is that they are short covering their short positions in both the corn and in the beans. They still have a sizable net short position in the soybean oil and somewhat of a modest net long position in the meal. We'll be getting out our export sales here in a little bit. We'll monitor that to see what the sales are. But right now, like I said, the positions are either short or not all that long, and what we've seen chart-wise from May all the way to our most recent lows, be it either the contract lows and or lows for the move, we had RSI stochastics really at rock bottom levels, and now we're lifting them up. So could there be more buying coming into the marketplace? For sure. Technicals are above pivotal price areas. That's a positive as well. We'll see what the export sales are, and we'll see if that can't maybe reduce some of the follow-through buying that we saw in the overnight trade. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Still, once again, don't think weather's a big factor, but it will become important during the month of August to continue to see the rains. Thank you.